I have already uploaded 5 animations, but I still don't have a channel trailer? Wow. Hello YouTube, I'm bictaro. I saw that introductions of animators on YouTube are getting a lot of views, and I could use some on my channel as well. Okay, let me tell you about myself. I was obsessed with cartoons since I was a kid. A long time ago. Live action movies just tell you stories, but since cartoons are fully drawn, they show a whole different universe with its own rules. I always wanted to make my own animated show, and I wanted it to look just like my universe. And at some point, I found out about Adobe Animate, which back then little children used to be called Flash. I realized that it is possible to make your own animated show with your story all by yourself. The moment I got that app, my life was divided into before and after. While I was making my first very ugly and weird animations, I felt like my hands were on fire. So from there, my creator journey began. The moment I graduated from college, I started applying for animation jobs. My plan was simple: find an entry level job in a studio, and then, typical stuff. During lunch break, I'd trip and fall, my sketches would fall on the floor, my boss would see them and be like, "Hey, those are good ideas." And boom, I got my show. I was so excited. I got zero responses and zero invitations to interview. After years of applying to jobs, polishing my resume, updating my portfolio, and applying again, again, and again, it was humiliating because I had no money and therefore I needed to take any job I could. And since 2D animation is all I'm capable of doing, my only option was retail job. That was easily the darkest period of my life. I gave up on my projects because how many more years should I wait before recognition? 10? That didn't feel like it was worth it. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not proud of what happened next. I threw away my pen and just accepted my fate. I tried to enjoy life, making new friends, having some fun. It wasn't too bad. I visited some new places, met some interesting people, but there was always something that stayed in the way of my happiness and tranquility. And when at some point I was too tired to run away from it, it got me. You feel like crap, don't you? I do. Didn't you feel the same way when you worked on your animations and had no support? Exactly. That's why I stopped doing them. And did it change anything? Huh, I guess not. I'm still miserable. Something has changed though. Where are your animations? And that's when it hit me. I was so afraid it would take me 10 or more years to get some recognition as an animator that I didn't do anything to get closer to my dreams. And those 10 years passed anyway. This is perhaps the most valuable lesson I have had in my life. Nobody likes feeling defeated, but if you know you're in your place, it is worth suffering as many defeats as possible just to improve and get closer to your dream day by day. So, what am I doing now? You already saw my channel with animated shows, and I'm making a lot more of them. If you want to see how the animations are built, I invite you to visit a few more places. Here's Twitter, where I try to write about my projects. Here's Instagram with work in progress. Here's TikTok and YouTube Shorts with highlights. And here is Patreon, if you want some early sneak peeks. Okay, how do real YouTubers end their videos? Oh yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my social media for animated content, leave a comment. Do YouTubers still do this? Feels so weird. Bye!